Mature content. The following stream contains content that may not be suitable for all audiences, including mature themes, strong language, and potentially sensitive material. Viewer discretion is advised.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Well,
Hey,
we're waiting.
Demolition.
Oh, yeah!
Meow.
Hey, Bo, what's this I'm hearing about what you're saying? I thought we were friends. The cone, it's the cone.
Gets late.
You will bring the jury.
Meow. The court jester. The court DJ. It's time to dive into the case. To the case.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome into the people who are on TikTok. 9 people. 16 people on TikTok. Last time I streamed on TikTok, I did the YSL verdict.
I'm gonna bunk with you, buddy. We're gonna be buddies. We're gonna be pals. We're gonna wrestle around.
Not the verdict, but something, and it gave me shit. But anyway, all right, let's start this out because I saw we started out real early with 5 membies from Lisa Dempsey. Thank you so much, Lisa, for gifting those out. Really appreciate it. And then I feel like I saw something else. Jennifer J, 25, who was a Super Bowl for 11 months. Good to see you, Jay. Good to see you, Jennifer. Thank you so much. This is my outdoorsy jacket that I got on the old TikTok shop. I'm posting live on there because I have 30 products that I have to like either do a live for or make a video. I figured do the live, get rid of them. One of them is this awesome clickety-clack keyboard. 16 people with TikTok. What's up? You can get this keyboard. It's really cool. You can change the lights and shit. I really don't have it figured out. Let's see. FN delete does something. Oh, no, FN insert. Oh, the lights changed. Any hoozle. Thanks everyone for being here. Oh, also with the mouse. All right. So before we start, I assume 98 to 100% of the people. Rachel B. I miss you, Jay. Thanks for doing this. Thank you so much for the super chat. Miss you too. Miss you all. Thank you so much. Lamom James. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. 69 people here. Nice. And 22 on the old TikTok. Welcome, TikTok people. I wish I could have it live this way, but TikTok won't let me do it. Before we start, guys, Shannon is at work, and I need your help. I need all your guys' help. So we're going to start before we watch Sarah Boone's sentencing, what she had to say. We're going to, and by the way, for folks who are new here, I'm going to pause her sentencing. I'm going to be commenting on her sentencing. So if you don't like that type of thing, this isn't for you. If you just want to watch the sentencing without commentary, this isn't the stream for you. If you want to hear me talk about it, this is the stream. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Amy. Hey, Meg. Miss Dina. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Baby Bo, everyone. All right. So before we start with that, I need your guys' help. Lisa Dempsey, Super Bowl, 12 months. Cannot wait to hear you flip out about this ridiculousness. Lisa, I'll tell you, I tuned into Bob's stream when he was live streaming it, and I was working. I was in the office on Monday. And I got like through 5 minutes, and I almost lost my mind. I was so upset. I figured I'd save it till now. So most of this I'm catching live. I have not seen yet. So I know there's some shenanigans afoot. So Deja Vu, Super Bowl for 12 months. Awesome mod, Deja. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for being a mod member for a year. You are the best. Yeah, I sometimes I show up and I leave because I'm, not supposed to be there for a couple. I only come in for a few seconds, never for a long time because I'm working, obviously. So let's here. All right. So here you go, guys. I need your help before I start watching it. 4 people on TikTok. Everyone left. They don't want to see this. That's okay. Shannon, guy. Here's the story. Shannon's working right now, so she shouldn't be watching this. Shannon, if you're watching this, turn it off right now. Turn it off right now because I need all your help. Babe, my wife Shannon, for people who are new here, ordered herself something on Black Friday. She never orders herself anything. She ordered herself something, right? And it was this. It was this women's diva stovepipe. Hold on, I gotta pause this. This is going. What are you doing? Meg P hitting the like. $5. Please remember to hit that like. Yes, and thank you so much, Meg. You're awesome. All right. So Babe orders this for Black Friday. She never orders anything for herself. And it gets here. It gets here, guys. And it's the wrong size. She's a size 8. They ship her a size 6. They ship her a size 6. Those son of a bitches. Now they're all sold out. She can't exchange them for a new one. You can't buy them anywhere. They're like sold out everywhere. So they sent her the wrong size. They sent her a 6. She's an 8. So 3 people on TikTok. Hope you're enjoying this. So here's my question. I did a little search. I did a little image search. This is what I need you, especially the ladies. I think you're all ladies in the chat. Are there any men in the chat? I don't think so. I think it's all ladies. Here's my question. I did an image search of the boot. Babe, if you're watching this, turn it off now or we're getting a divorce. I did an image search and 2 of them came up. 2 of them came up. This one, which I thought was similar. This one from JCPenney. Or, I mean, other ones came up, but these I thought were the most similar ones. This one or this one, which is much more money, but also a lot. It has these big clunky bottoms. So which one should I get? Either of them instead? Are they comparable? The Vince Camutos, or this one's more like it, right? First one. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Not 2. All right. No one. That's good because that's $160 freaking dollars. I know they're not the. I'm doing my best to trying to find the same ones. I'll keep searching for these ones. I checked eBay. Like they are at a size 8. They are sold out everywhere. So, anywho, thank you for that, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will look to purchase this one. Let me save this. How do I sound? Babe, if you watch that, I'm going to be so mad. Yes, Mandy, I could see you. Why? All right. Enough with that. Let's get to the sentencing. Thank you for your help. All right, here we go. Here we go. 6 people watching on TikTok. Hi, this is my YouTube channel, watching the sentencing of Sarah Boone. And there's a bunch of stuff, including this cool keyboard you can get if you want it. All right, here we go. All right. Here we go.
Thank you. Ms. Boone, you can be seated. You've been previously sworn. You may inquire, sir.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
For the record, just state your name again.
Hi, Shaky.
Sarah Boone.
Now, this
Miss
is
you all.
unlike
Thanks for being
a
here.
trial, so you're allowed to speak in a narrative form, as well as I understand you have taken some notes or written a letter that you want to read from, and then you want to speak to the court after that.
Yes.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and get started?
This is actually an edited version of.
Hold on a second.
Thanks, dude. Thank you. We didn't really need to hear her at all, but Bella, good to see you, Bella. Welcome in, everybody.
I had a lot to say.
No shit.
I've had a lot of time to think about things, and I didn't really know how to put it on paper.
Hello, Spring. Kim says boots are in stock at Target. Just checked in a size 8. She needs a size 8. Thank you, Kim, so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go.
I didn't know how much I could say or how little I should say. So what I have here is, like I said, an edited version. But I would like to read the more important parts that I feel that everyone should know that wasn't said in my actual trial. And on top of what I have on paper, I have, this is just the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. So
the tip of the tip of the tip. Shut up. She can't wear a 7.5, but thank you, Meg. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the super chat.
I wanted to read this, and then, if I may, I would like to address everyone in my apology on top of my statement.
Just fucking go, you idiot.
You may proceed, ma'am.
Kentu Sukuroi is a kind of Japanese ceramic style which means to repair with gold. In this
All right, already. Kentu Sukuroi? Kentu Sukuroi? Shut the fuck up, Sukuroi. Kentu Sukuroi?
tradition, when a ceramic piece breaks, an artisan will fuse the pieces back together again using liquid gold or gold dust lacquer. So rather than being covered up, the breaks become more obvious and a brilliant new piece of art emerges from the brokenness. It embraces flaws, weakness, and imperfections, and also teaches the essence of resilience. Every crack in a ceramic piece is a part of its history, and each piece becomes more beautiful because it has been broken. This is the wisdom of Kentu Sukuroi.
Oh my God! Is she doing a book report on Kentu Sukuroi? Kentu Sukuroi?
In my wisdom and with all of my repairs, then, now, and ongoing, God is, has been, and will always be my artisan. All of my gold is forgiveness. This has held me together, made me shine brighter, and overcome the damage caused by George Torres, the Torres family, the justice system, Orange County Corrections Department, social media, scoundrel detectives, infamy.
Social media and scoundrel detectives? I only saw part of it, honestly. I have not seen this. I saw 5 minutes. I was working. I turned it off. I got really pissed. Steve-O's in the house. What up, Steve? Social media. All right. So, Sarah, you watch social media. I want you to listen to me. If you're looking, if you guys don't know, she got life. This idiot got life. And I want you to, Sarah, if you're searching, just happen to come across this live, Sarah Boone sentencing. You just happen to be watching this, Sarah. I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen, Sarah. You are not smarter than everyone. You think that you're smarter than everyone, Sarah. You're not. You're an idiot. You're a murderer. You're in jail for the rest of your life. You thought you were smarter than your attorneys. You could have had a 15-year plea deal. But you thought you were smarter than your attorneys. You think you're smarter than everyone, Sarah, but you're not. You're an idiot. You're a moron. That's why you're in jail for the rest of your life, Sarah. Look at me, Sarah. You're not smarter than everyone like you think you are, Sarah. You're a moron. Listen to me. You are in jail for the rest of your life because you are a moron. You're dumb. You're a dumb murderer, Sarah. I need you to understand this because you think you are smarter than everyone in the world, but you're an idiot. Not Sukuroi. You're a moron. God, you're infuriating.
Defamation, ongoing constitutional rights violations, second-degree murder, forced into being pro se. Just as gold is very precious, forgiveness is invaluable. Forgiveness is not an attempt to change or forget who, what, or how you've lived through to be so gold, but an act of grace, humility, and considerable self-compassion to be set free from sorrow. Withholding forgiveness denies your brilliance and adds even greater grief and deeper heartache, irreparable cracks on top of the already that no one deserves, no matter the pain or disappointment, untruths or injustice. It doesn't matter, as the more broken you are, even though now different than before, you've become more outstanding and more extraordinary. Above all, when you let go of blame, misunderstandings.
Honestly, guys, the more I see these hearings, the more it makes me think that they shouldn't have a right to speak in these hearings. It should be a separate hearing or something. I hate that the family has to sit there and see this. I hated it in Murdoch. There's other cases. Like, the family shouldn't have to be subjected to this. It should be like a separate thing that the family doesn't have to be to. Because, I mean, very rarely are they legitimately, from what I've watched, are they legitimately, like, sad and apologize. They're assholes. And then, like, the Torres family has to sit and watch this bullshit? Like, I would be so fucking pissed. I just think it should be a separate thing. Like, beforehand. Do a thing before. And watch it on the TV. Like, I just don't. I hate it when they make families have to sit there and listen to it. I hate it.
Excuses. Give up your anger and cease from resentment. This is forgiven. And when you forgive, you have. And when you forgive, you heal. And when you heal, you move forward. My goal begins with George Torres, and every time he slapped me, kicked, punched, spit on, raped.
Like she was convicted of murder. She's blaming him. This is bullshit. I hate this, and I hate her.
Stabbed, choked, laughed at, pushed, pulled, dragged, whipped, tripped, stole from, lied, terrorized, threatened, humiliated, forced, degraded, made me cry. Every time he tried to end me, defeat, or destroy. I forgive George for beating me senseless, for trying to sleep because I had to go to work or my son's field trip the next day, for ruining my deceased family's heirlooms, traditions, and keepsakes.
He ruined your family's heirlooms? You killed him! You stupid cunt! You killed him! I hate this.
My son's furniture, destroying the television we watched together, for wrecking our townhome by breaking windows, punching holes in the walls and doors, ramming his entire body into glass doors, kicking in my front and back door over and over and over, for breaking or removing the locks from all of the doors and sometimes the knobs altogether, so I had nowhere to feel safe, including the sacred space of my son's room where he beat me bloody on his bed. For terrorizing and threatening my blind and deaf dogs by leaving the gate open I built to keep them safe, telling me he hoped I'd find their bloated dead body in the pond or scrape their remains off of the pavement, for kicking them off of the bed and throwing across the room because they were trying to protect me.
Like, she could just say whatever she wants here. Ugh. By the way, Publicly Buzz is here. Steve is here. I got the redirect to go to him tonight. He is also going to check this out, so make sure you check this out later. I think he's at 8 or 9, so make sure you're checking that out later. He's going to also check this out.
For threatening to make me unrecognizable to my son by breaking all of the bones in my face.
Oh, my God, you killed the man. So she's just allowed... She killed the man by suffocating him in a suitcase, and she's just allowed to just have this time. This is so infuriating.
Like his brother Moses did to him after he kept seeing all of the bruises from George beating me, like all of the times their father beat their mother. For all of the drunken rages and fist fights with so many neighbors when wandering into their apartments during hunting expeditions after I had escaped. For drowning me in liquor and wine because I didn't want to drink, causing me to urinate on myself, then butting the end of the bottle in my face, giving me 2 black eyes and a bloody nose. For making me experience what it is to be sodomized. Threatening to kill my friends and the neighbors when they checked on me to make sure I was alive and in one piece. For threatening to burn down our townhome and set my car on fire because I got a job. For holding me hostage on weekends my son was supposed to come over by keeping my keys around his neck, my phone in his crotch, and a butcher knife stuck in the middle of the table as a warning not to ask anything or try to leave. For stabbing me in the leg and not letting me call 911 for an ambulance or seek help, where I nearly bled to death until I concocted a lie to save him from being arrested. For destroying my phone with a hammer because my son called. For me experiencing ever being arrested and after.
Like, this is fucking insane. This is insane that this is allowed. She's just bad-mouthing the man that she murdered. This is insane.
after today prison. For beating me almost blind, crushing my occipital lobe. For having me experience what it means to see stars, like in the cartoons, where a character has a tall lump on their head. I had that too, and many times. For dragging me downstairs by my hair in the middle of the night just to sit next to him. For taking my car driving drunk with my debit card to buy more alcohol while I slept, even after I kindly explained the importance of my car to take my son to school foremost, me to work, and he to his batterers intervention classes and probation officer meetings, where I would be forced to sit for hours in the parking lot waiting for him. For causing me so much trauma and pain, mentally, physically, emotionally, I had to be hospitalized more than once. For destroying my reputation and integrity, for my M or murderer.
Like Sarah Boone had a good reputation and any integrity. God, I hate her. I mean, I know we all hate her, but man, this idiot's going to jail for the rest of her life because she thinks she's smarter than everyone. Could have been out in 15 years, probably less.
Scarlet letter, not letting me feel safe to live, talk to other people, spend time with my son, have a job, friendships, simply go to the bathroom with the door closed, or go to sleep soundly or comfortably. I forgive George for lying, for him trying in so many ways, so many times, to end me with his terrifying love. I also forgive the Torres family, his mother and father foremost, also his 2 ex-wives and daughters, all for knowing who George was, capable.
You forgive the family? You forgive the Torres family? The audacity of this woman. Like, there has to... I need like a forensic psychologist to speak to her parents. I need to know how she ended up like this. I need to know. How does a person end up like this? She forgives the family of the man that she murdered? She forgives them? Like they needed any forgiveness? Her parents are dead? All right, well then I need some sort of I need something done. How does a person become like this?
And has done in the past, his history of violence and where he learned it, than to keep turning a blind eye when I would ask for help. All of his siblings, including Farrell Torres, who is now on his way to prison for stabbing the mother of their baby in the side of her head. For
What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, tennis girl.
everyone who knew what George was doing to me, sometimes how and when, but allowed and enabled. I forgive them for caring too late. I hope they all ask themselves while quiet and comfortable in bed at night the uneasy question, what could I have done to stop this from happening to both of them? And after all the time Sarah...
They probably should have got rid of you, you stupid idiot. That's how they could have got... This wouldn't have happened to their family member. That's how. Probably the only way. Someone got rid of you, you fucking dope.
Sarah tried to by asking for help from all of us and so many times. Another great contributor of my gold is social media, with its greed, insensitivity, deception, obvious exploitation, and advantageous gain from my criminal case as a whole, and for sentencing me by anticipation as a result of ignorance and hate.
Oh, fuck you, social media. I hope you're watching this, Sarah. I hope you're watching this if you don't like social media. I hope you saw some of my clips. Fuck you, Sarah. Fuck you. You suck. She'll never see it. She'll never see it.
Conjured and fabricated by the organized crime that is social media, which condemned me in the court of global public opinion since the beginning. My family law case is the new prey waiting to be picked apart and pillaged from me being made infamous by social media in my criminal case. It simply seems I cannot forgive and be forgiven and move forward. Social media has made me a pariah. It has caused great oppression and undeniable disadvantages, especially by broadcasting and manipulating my cases online. In my criminal case, as a result, my opportunities to be given a fair, proper, and uninfluenced, successful conclusion was heavily depleted and poisoned. I forgive them.
Guys, do you guys hear how loud this keyboard is? Can you guys hear that? I feel like there's a lady on TikTok and all she does is like type and like she chews on gum and it's like ASMR. This keyboard is so loud. Sorry. Oh shit, what'd I just do? DevTools? How did I open DevTools? Oh, I hope I didn't break anything. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. If you want this keyboard, you can get it on my TikTok. I'll make it. You could change the colors. You could change the colors. It does some stuff. Let me. How did I do that? Let's FN ins. FN ins. FN ins. There's. I think FN delete does something. No. Let's see. All right. I'll keep going. I'm sorry.
Also, all of the media tycoons for not having a life of their own, trying so desperately to make themselves seem so right by making me appear so wrong.
The media tycoons? Who is she talking about?
For so them. Also, all of the media tycoons for not having a life of their own.
Like Rupert Murdoch? George Soros? Who is she? Who are the media tycoons?
Trying so desperately to make themselves seem so right by making me appear so wrong. Forgiveness for prejudgment, ridiculous theatrics, lies, making and taking blood money from my and others' misfortunes, accidents, and catastrophes. It's all over their hands and their keyboards. And even after all that's been said and done, theorized, hypothesized, scrutinized, and blasphemed, in my case, still no one knows me.
Oh, Sarah, we know you, girl. We know you all too well. Someone get me a Dr. Pepper.
In the end, I forgive myself for not choosing my life sooner, for not being more brave, vigilant, bolder, and outspoken, stronger, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, for being hopeless, desperate, simple-minded, weak, and inexperienced. I forgive myself for not realizing I was enduring a life of domestic violence.
She's forgiving herself. Oh, good for you, Sarah. Excuse me. Good for you. I'm so glad you've decided to forgive yourself.
And that the vicious cycle of never ends. I had nothing to compare to. I've never been hit by a man ever before in my life. I was raised hitting a woman was wrong and should never happen. No excuse. I forgive myself for not escaping permanently, for not fighting back sooner to save myself, my son, my dogs, home, and car. Having 20/20 hindsight thinking of everything I could have done differently or better to avoid the outcome. I think about this every day since. Also, of all the good days we had together, for him at least, while I was constantly in hyperdrive, high alert, and paranoid, making sure I did everything right all the time. If not, the great possibility I would be in.
I mean, it's kind of hard to be in hyperdrive all the time when you're fucking wasted on what was that wine? What was that Woodbridge? What was that shit that she was on all the time? That she bought like a Costco-sized bottle of for $3.
As George threatened me with so many times before. I forgive myself for falling in love with a monster, and no matter how grotesque he may become, I still loved him, hoped, and forgave. I tried breaking the spell so he wouldn't be a monster anymore. I saw who he was in.
I mean, I know that they said the family walked out, but then, like, did they come back for the sentencing? Like, it sucks that they all had to hear this shit.
Inside.
By the way, correct me if I'm wrong. I heard that there was someone who said she would have donated a kidney. Another inmate would have donated. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. There was another inmate who spoke up on her behalf that said that she would have donated her kidney. Is that right? But she couldn't donate because she's a prisoner. Why? Why can't she donate? Why can't she donate? We should force her to donate to people that, like, good people. Like, prisoners shouldn't have we should just fucking convicted murderers, if they're just gonna kill them, or we should take their kidneys. They shouldn't have a choice. Like, someone is in a car accident, a good person, someone who's not in jail, just take their kidney. They shouldn't have a choice. Like, all of a sudden the gas comes in their cell, you get their kidney. You get her, like, who cares? She shouldn't have, why does that matter?
George made me then, now, and always love him for all of his cracks also. We made each other our own brilliant pieces of art from the cracks and repairs. Unfortunately, not all cracks can be. In all of my forgiveness, George is my greatest lesson and will forever be a part of me. I think of him every day and still speak to him when alone on the rec yard. I ask his forgiveness and that he looks for me at the gates of heaven so I can tell him how sorry I am endlessly and that I never stopped loving him.
Whoa, what about the gates of heaven?
Gates of heaven so I can alone on the rec yard. I ask his forgiveness and that he looks for me at the gates of heaven so I can...
Oh, madam, madam, I got news for you, Sarah girl. If there's a heaven, Sarah, you ain't meeting anyone at the gates, Sarah. You ain't meeting anyone at the gates of heaven. If there's a heaven and a hell, girl, I have news for you. You're going to have a lot of raggedy clothes.
I can tell him how sorry I am endlessly and that I never stopped loving him. In all of it and still. When I first came to jail, I put my mat under my bed and cried all day and all night for months, only falling asleep from being so exhausted with grief. I wrote him letters. I wrote his family and his daughters, apologizing for asking for their forgiveness. But due to fear that my life or sons would be jeopardized, I did not send. I am sorry. I cannot begin to fathom any of their grief and sadness. Please forgive me. Almost everything reminds me of him. Seeing my stab wound is...
Please forgive me. Imagine asking for forgiveness after just... Oh, my God.
Especially, it's every day especially. It truly reminds me that all I really did live through. George haunts me. He is everywhere. I believe because I do still love him, think of him, and miss his laugh the most. In my heart, I know he is with me and understands that this tragedy was not intentional. I hope everyone can, his family foremost. I didn't mean for this to happen. Please wholeheartedly know that, and always, I would never. Forgive me, George. Forgive me, Torres family. Forgive me, Judge Cranick. To the entire planet, please forgive me.
The entire planet says, fuck you, Sarah. I could speak for the entire planet. The entire planet says, no, we don't accept your apology. Go fuck yourself, Sarah. The entire planet. I am confident that the entire planet has my back on this. The entire universe has my back on this. I guarantee it.
I graciously and humbly ask for consideration for forgiveness to be extended instead of judgment, for reconciliation and restoration for all of us to move forward. My apology is profuse and ceaseless.
No, it
Allow
isn't.
me please to brush off...
There's been an apology, profuse and ceaseless. You haven't even apologized.
...the muck, wipe the blood off of my face and fix the cuts in my skin. I ask for understanding in what really happened and for how long. For second chances, repentance, and redemption to advocate for all domestic violence survivors, to help them overcome, heal, and still hope, always, to make their voices heard, to confidently walk with all of their scars on the outside and the inside, to help them not ever become a casualty of domestic violence as so many others, to stop the abuse and maltreatment before it's too late. There is always hope, and you can survive. In my soft-spoken conclusion, I ask this. Would I be the dark...
In my soft-spoken conclusion. I mean... What is there to even say anymore?
Darling mother, celebrated woman of the year, ask this. Would I be the darling mother, celebrated woman of the year, if it were I who died?
No, you wouldn't, Sarah. You wouldn't.
How many daughters, mothers, sisters, aunts, grandmothers, nieces, and friends have been because they did? I am a survivor.
Oh, you know, Judge Cranick wanted to just jump off and fucking rip that paper out of her hand. Yo, take care, Steve. Thanks for being here. Love you, brother.
Learn to do good, seek justice, rebuke oppressors, defend the fatherless, plead for the widow. Isaiah 1:17, all-encompassing, protect the abused.
Ms. Boone, is that the end of your written statement?
Yes.
Isaiah, hold on. Oh, I wish I had my 360.
Now, gathering your thoughts, did you want to make an oral statement?
I do.
All right, would you do that now?
Yes, please. My statement, my verbal statement is primarily to the Torres family, to the judge, to his daughters. I know you all know who I really am and that I did care for George and that I do still love George. I know you know that we had very many good days. And I take offense to the statement of being said that this is just for a moment. Right now with me here in the courtroom in front of you all, this is just for a moment. But the moments before that, in order for me to be here, is endless. It's everlasting. The scars that I have on the inside, my outside scars have healed, except for my stab wound. But this has changed me as a person.
My outside scars have healed, except for my stab wound. Oh, my God.
And to see things differently and to understand things differently and to not be weak and just try to protect yourself and forever, regardless of the time that I may receive from today, I forever will have this experience. I forever will have George Torres with me in my heart, in my mind, my body, and my soul. As he and I used to say that we were one soul split into two bodies. This is not just for a moment. It may be for everyone in this courtroom, but when I leave, this is forever. When you all leave, that this is forever. This is forever for everyone here and those who it matters to most. I am one of those who will experience this forever. I'm sorry. Words do not define my...
She's so stupid. This is her winging it. And she's an imbecile. But she thinks she's a genius. She's such a dumber. She's such a dumber. Dumb, idiot, dummy.
Shame. And I don't know what else it is that I can say and convey to the Torres family. How
about
happened.
this, Sarah? I am so sorry that I put your son in a suitcase and he died. It was a terrible thing for me to do. I am a terrible person. I will never forget it. It was awful. I am the worst person to ever live. I know you'll never get your son back. I am so sorry. I think about it every day. It's the worst thing that's ever happened. But no, you're too dumb. You're too fucking dumb.
And the ifs and whys and how really don't matter. It happened, and I'm sorry.
She just did a fucking 15-minute speech about the ifs, hows, and why, and now they don't matter? She just did a whole thing about the ifs, ands, and whys.
This happened. The ifs and whys and how really don't matter. It happened, and I'm sorry. Words cannot describe. And I hope that everyone can forgive me, the Torres family most of all, and his daughters, because I know what he meant to them. And I don't think that anybody ever understood what he meant to me and I to him. And I ask for forgiveness.
No. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me ask that again, Sarah.
He meant to me and I to him. And I ask for forgiveness.
No. No.
One or two questions, if you don't mind.
No.
And you can speak on it if you want.
No.
Or not. But this is a unique case, and one of the reasons it's so unique is that you were in jail for 4.5 years prior to your trial. And
another thing that was unique about it was that she fucking put a man in a suitcase and suffocated him until he died. That was pretty unique.
Understand that when you were brought up as a child that you did have some spirituality.
Take care, Shari D.
Some church, some religion.
Always.
but I understand that you got away from that. Did you have a chance during the 4.5 years to look back at
Hey, Betty
your
Elizabeth.
spirituality?
Absolutely.
Oh, guys, this is the shit that's going to drive me off the fucking rails. As an atheist and someone who doesn't believe in any of this shit, makes me crazy. Makes me crazy when all of a sudden, oh, I found God. Although she thinks she's God. So let's hear what this has. Like, she's God. To her, she is God. Well, let's hear what she has to say. Hey, Greenie.
No. Everyone supposes that this is one of the worst experiences of my life, and it's actually been one of my greatest.
Oh! It's one of the greatest experiences of her. What a statement to make. What a statement to make.
Absolutely. Everyone supposes that this is one of the worst experiences of my life, and it's actually been one of my greatest.
Oh, I'm glad you killing a man in a suitcase and going to jail has been one of the greatest experiences of your life.
If I were not beaten to death, I was going to work myself to death on the outside, and I never had time to get back into my Bible and to pray and to be with
Worked yourself to death doing what? What was she going to work herself to
the Lord. And I, being here incarcerated, have had time, of course, to get closer to God, to reacquaint myself to Him, and realize what it's all about. This is all temporary, and when I say temporary, I don't mean by being set free in jail or from prison or wherever else. It means being set free and temporary, meaning that you work for something higher, you work for God, that you strive for your crown to be placed upon your head by Jesus Christ by being said, "You have done well, my good and faithful servant." I've always tried to be a good and faithful servant. I was just a servant as opposed to doing all that I can when my family were alive and I was going through everything up to this point. I've become so much more closer to the Lord, and it's made me such a better person, and I hope that I am an example going forward.
Very clear. You've come close to the Lord, and you're a much better person. It actually seems like she's gotten worse. I mean, she was pretty awful, but she seems to have gotten worse. Maybe she was just as bad, but she sure hasn't got better. Hi, Ashley.
The Lord's light, and can draw many people to me because of it.
What?
Lord's light, better person, and I hope that I am an example going forward of the Lord's light.
She hopes she's an example of the Lord's light? Oh, God.
And can draw many people to me because of it.
Any follow-up, State?
No, I assumed that was the final word.
Thank you. She can return back to counsel's table. Anything else from your side of the ledger, Mr.
Tripper.
Owens?
They
No
should
more
trip her.
witnesses, Judge, just arguments.
Okay. Anything else in rebuttal, or just proceed to argument, State?
Just proceed to argument.
Okay. All right. Once Ms. Booth's seated, you can proceed with your argument.
All right, I'm just going to go to his sentencing, which was pretty, like, he didn't, I thought he was going to, like, do a whole thing.
Not a great historian at trying to articulate
Shut
it.
up.
This keeps repeating.
Shut
that
up.
When you get that anxious,
Shut up.
worse than
Shut up.
In the Department of Corrections, with credit the defendant's testimony, pre-sentencing investigation, the arguments of the state, and the arguments of the defense, court pronounces sentence as follows. Ms. Boone, court sentences you to life in the Department of Corrections, with credit time served that Madam Clerk will provide.
That was it, man. I was really hoping for, like, a dressing down, like, Judge Newman in Murdoch. I was really hoping for him to let her have it, but that was it. He just said, he probably knew. He was just like, she's not going to listen to it. By the way, speaking of stuff I got in the TikTok shop that I said about before, I forgot I meant to show you guys this. I got this for Shannon, and she didn't like it. Can you believe it? I got her this special gift just for you. I got this for Shannon. You can get this on the TikTok shop. I got this for her. And this is, I'm going to send this to Sarah Boone. I am going to send this. I'm going to re-gift this to Sarah Boone just for you, Sarah. Just for you. Just for you, Sarah. Right there. This is just for you, Sarah. You stupid biatch. Just for you. Who has her mailing address? I want to mail this to Sarah Boone tomorrow. Right here. I want her to get it. I want her to open it. Just for you, Sarah. Just for you, girl. There it is. For you, Sarah. You stupid, stupid asshole. I want to reiterate that you are dumb. You thought you were smarter than everyone, but you sure were not. You're an idiot. Everyone hates you. The planet hates you, Sarah, because you're an asshole. You're one of the worst people to ever live in this entire world, Sarah. Everyone thinks you're stupid. If anyone tells you they think you are smart or that you were doing anything right, they're lying to you. You are one of the worst people, one of the worst humans in the history of the entire fucking world, Sarah. I want you, please watch this, Sarah. Someone said this to Sarah. You are one of the worst humans in the history of the world. The planet hates you. Everyone in this chat hates you. There is no saving for you. If there is a heaven and a hell, you're going straight to hell. You and Hitler and I don't know. You are going to be with the worst people that have ever lived because you are one of them. Gary Coleman, you're all these. You're going to hell because you're the worst. Bill Cosby, is he dead yet? The worst people in the world. They're going down there with you. Who else? Who else could I think of? Casey Anthony, she's still alive. Anyway. Jeffrey Dahmer, Saddam Hussein, Susan Smith, OJ. Oh, she is the worst. John Wayne Gacy, you're at the table. You're at the table. Whoever created the 5-day work week, any corporate CEO pretty much, you guys get it. People that are in hell. Thank you all so much for watching today with me. I appreciate it. Sarah Boone's the worst. Thank you, TikTok. There's one guy who's been in here the whole time. I see his picture up there. I'm not sure his name. Thank you for watching this whole thing. I really appreciate it. No one bought anything on there, but that's fine. Thank you all so much. Make sure you check it out, Publicly Buzz, tonight. He's going to be also checking this out. And I think that's it. Thank you all so much. Have a good night. Thank you, mods. Oh, wait, before I go. Wait, guys, before you go, hold on. It's December. That means I got some membies I can give out. How do I do this again? Go to your channel, view your channel. Oh, and before I go, make sure you check it out my Amazon list. It's in the, I have a lot of stuff you might want for the holidays, so make sure you check that out. It's in the description. How do I give out free membies? Close this, go here. Membership gifting, gift 5. Check out in the description, check out the Amazon link. Got a bunch of cool stuff. Who's getting the membership? Bing bong. Patty C, Shelly Bean, Suzanne, Lindsay Bay, and
Because I'm going to fuck with you, buddy. We're going to be buddies. We're going to be pals.
Oh, you got the desk, Baby Bo. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you, mods. As always, you guys are the best. You guys are the best subscribers, best mods in the land. Thank you all so much. Have a good night. Deuces. YOLO.